Hey guys, welcome to CloudRaga. So we have talked about Bean Factory. Now time for application context interface. So to start with application context first, we have to understand this interface is actually a child of Bean Factory. That means it possesses all the features from Bean Factory and it provides also some extra features. So we can simply call this as a big brother for the Bean Factory interface. So it provides some additional functionalities like AOP concepts, event notification, and some more enterprise specific functionalities such as ability to resolve textual message from a properties file and resolving it at runtime. So like it is always or recommended over Bean Factory interface. But again, you can use Bean Factory interface for some lightweight applications like mobile devices or applet based app technologies or applications. But here comes the application context, which is used in enterprise level projects. Yeah, that's right. So if you want to perform some operations, which we will learn later, like AOPs or reading some files, internationalizations, all this stuff. So we use application context for that purpose. Okay, so now we have mostly we use two implementation of this. One is file system XML application context class, and next is class path XML application context class. Both are classes, and application context it's an interface. So we will start with file system application context class, and things will be visible through our code. So this was from Bean Factory. Let's close both all files and let's create a new bean. Everything remains same. So first of all, we have to create a new bean. So new bean can be a simple Pojo class, and let's say employee finish done. I'll keep like three fields here like previously created. So int id, let's have age, let's say address. I don't want to keep name. There's a reason why, because sometimes people get confused with property tags names. So three fields, okay, and toString. Okay, so Pojo class is ready. Next is what? Configure it in XML file. So I'll use the same Spring.xml file, and we have to register the Pojo class as a bean class. So bean tag, yes, you can have multiple beans in the same XML file. So don't worry about that. We can have as many as bean tag here, but the condition is your ID should be unique. Don't repeat your ID somewhere or some in different bean tags. Okay, so I'll call this EMP. Again, it's up to you, but make it unique. Then class. So till here things remain same. Copy it, paste it, because we have to give fully qualified name and then give the class name employee. This is just a mapping, but I need to initialize the field as well, like we have done in Bean Factory. So we have three fields in employee class: ID, age, and address. So let's say property. First is ID. Let's give value. Let's say 1. Then property. Next is age. Let's give value. Let's say 30. Last property this file is address, and let's give value. Let's say new Delhi and tag closed. So what we just did, we have mapped our Pojo class as a bean inside this Spring configuration file and initialized its three fields. That's done. Last step, create a tester file. So right click, new, and a class. There we will call this employee tester with file system. Okay. So the reason why I'm calling it file system, because in next example we will see the next type, class path XML. I'm using file system. Okay, and for tester class we have to have main method done. Now time for main stuff. Like we have to instantiate this file system class, and then you have to give the actually you have to get the reference of application context. Okay, so new file system XML context class, and there it is, file system XML application context class, and here you have to give the fully qualified name of this path where your Spring file is. So let's try with like we did earlier, spring.xml, and then get the reference of application context. Here we go, application context. Okay, uh, then we will try to get the bean. So use the reference of application context and call get bean, then in double quotes give the id. So id is emp. Let's make sure it's, yeah, it's emp. Going back, and it's done. Then I will try to hold its object inside employee class. So employee, done, and it complains because getBean returns object type. So let's cast it to employee. That's done, and next step is, let's just print out sysout employee, and done. Okay, so right click, run as application, and here it is, employee with id 1, age 30, and address is New Delhi. All these three fields are initialized from the XML file, and that's how we obtain application context class. So what we did in this example, let's conclude in this section. First of all, you have to create a class like this. Then in XML file, you have to create a bean like this, and then finally obtain application context reference. So copy it. Okay, so first we have a Pojo class with setters and getters, right? Later we map that bean, Pojo class as a bean in spring.xml file, and then we have created its tester to test it with file system application XML application context class. So that's how file system works. And yep, this is the way. In next video we will talk about class path XML application context, and that's mostly type we have to use in our application. This was again just want to show you how file system works. In next video we will talk about this class path XML application context class. So thanks for staying, guys. Let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.